Have you ever used Google Maps? Have you been frustrated with the API documentation? Look no further. Presenting the Google Maps DSL. This DSL was created for a simpler and more robust approach to plotting markers, lines, and shapes on Google Maps. Locations can be created individually or as a list. Markers can also be created individually, or multiple marker objects can be created at once. Lines and shapes can be built around several locations. An info window can be added to any object. Watch as a few simple lines of input are taken through our patented tokenizing, parsing, and evaluation process to produce the JSON for line creation that you don't want to deal with. The resulting JSON is then consumed by our Map web app. In our first prototype user test, the user was tasked with plotting 4 markers with a path running through them, creating a square. The user test uncovered some issues. One of which was that our first iteration was trash. Only lat-lon pairs could be used to create locations, which is quite counterintuitive given no one recognizes location by lat-lon. Only one path could be added at a time between 2 markers. Finally, it was tedious to create more than one location. But not to worry. After receiving that feedback, we made some changes. We added addresses as an option to create locations, the ability to create a path between any number of markers, and a location list functionality where a variable could represent a list of multiple locations without creating multiple location variables. Everything is awesome, or is it? Which brings us to our end user test. The task was to create 3 markers with info windows around downtown Vancouver, with another 3 locations within the area of the markers to create a triangle shape. Then, one line was to be created connecting one marker to a vertex of the triangle. The user was able to use the DSL to satisfy the requirements of the task and create complex structures without difficulty. There was some confusion with distinguishing the variable names within preceding lines of DSL, resulting in the user being unsure of which words to use later on. As for our experience, we had some difficulties understanding the Google Maps API, including the conversion of an address string to a lat-lon. Otherwise, implementation of the DSL was straightforward, thanks to Elisa's wonderful in-class exercises. Buy Google Maps DSL now. Side effects may include nausea, heartburn, congestion, diarrhea, loss of memory, and inability to find your way through a city.